Looky who I found! The person who wanted water! Yay, the FAQ lied. And give me that nice juicy Magnus. Woohoo! There we go. So I know the location of one more. And it's actually where we're heading. To Sebelrai! Come, Callus. You could run a little bit faster. Woohoo! Okay. Let's go in here. No. Gonna need some more cow milk. Yay! Oh. We're supposed to go in there and get some animals too. Oh well, we can wait. I think it's this house? Someone wants cow milk. Is it you? Yes, it is. Let's help her, Callus. Come on. We get some pretty Magnus out of it. Come on. Thank you. There we go. So now we have... So this is where it starts, Draco. We're missing a couple. These are both in Diadem. So we're gonna have to head back there. And I have not looked up the ones that we're missing here yet, so who knows? A couple of these are probably in the last couple of areas of the game. We're missing some buckles and stuff. That's sad. Even missing that. Oh. It's probably just big pastry. But we do have quite a few items. That's always nice to see. Oh, look at all the pretty pictures. Okay, if I can get there. Doc, we're here to talk to you. Actually, no. There's just a sweet smell. That's nice, Callus. That doesn't help us. Let's go steal animals from people. Give us this horse thing! Yes, gimme. Oh yeah, we're going to a lot cooler climate. Just stuff it in your pocket. There we go. We got one of those. Can we get one of these? Can I take your cow? Your pow? I want the pow. Seriously. Gimme. There's a kid out there with one. Maybe he'll give it to me. I don't care. Give me your animals. Let's see if this kid will give away his pow. He probably doesn't want it anyway. Gimme! Cedar, gimme! That... I want a stupid cow. Oh well, we can steal one of these duck... Seriously, AIs? Get out of the way! I think there's two things to take here. Ducklings and ducks. Get... I hate this. Let me steal your animals. I'll take an apple just for completion's sake, because it turns into wine eventually. But I know I get to take one of these things. Come on. Why won't you let me take the stuff I want? Oh, there. Yeah, sure, we'll take good care of it. We're giving it to someone we don't even know. A regular one, a white one, and a little duckling. Okay, so we actually get 3. There's a duckling right here. Mine, a white one, and... You regular? Yes, you are. There we go. So we've already stolen a lot of animals. That's good.
I'm sure this is private business. We'll be waiting out here.
Thanks. It shouldn't take long.
Why would you wait out here? You're just gonna eavesdrop, aren't you? Hello? Doc? Oh, there you are. You're not dead or something, that's good.
Ah, you've come. Welcome. I've been waiting for you, Callus. Things must have been pretty awful for you, but I'm glad to see you're in good health.
Did you know I got turned evil?
Thanks, Doc. Long time no see. I got your letter, so you have something to tell me? Were you really working with Gramps and for the Empire?
Now then, where should I start?
Ah, long stories again.
From the very beginning, I suppose. With the experiment we were working on. It's been almost 20 years since...
A fiery explosion?
I hear you've been to the Empire, so you probably heard about us. Georg and I were born in a small desert village. We were recruited by the Empire around 20 years ago, and began working on military research. Under Emperor Geldeblame's orders, we were supposed to design new weaponry, battleships, and iron beetles.
Yay, Iron Beetles, let's kill them all!
But there was also another project we were assigned to, one that was kept strictly confidential. We were attempting to solve the secret of the Magnus.
Have fun with that.
What you know today as the Magna Essence is a technology originally established ages ago by the warlocks of old.
That's a really pretty color of green.
It consists of encoding and storing the essence of matter, and decoding it later on to restore the material to its original form. Yet, it was said to be impossible to encode a living creature into a Magnus. Since quite some time ago, this type of research has been strictly prohibited.
That's why we just stuff animals in our pockets.
Creatures casted into a Magnus would end up distorted and defective when later invoked.
You...
But Georg had succeeded. He was a true genius.
So that's not good.
At first, we planned to make use of the power sealed deep within the lava caves. It turned out to be one of the sealed End Magnus. Giacomo, Amy, and Falon were the results of those initial experiments.
Well, crap.
That's why all three have extraordinary powers.
Yeah, and they try to kill us on a regular basis. Thanks, Doc.
So Giacomo and his goons had gotten some power from the End Magnus.
That's right. But with the End Magnus sealed away, that was the best we could do. So we took it to another level. You know what I'm talking about? Can't you remember? This is about you and your brother, Fee, Callus. Georg created you artificially.
Dun dun dun. That's why you don't have a father. Or a mother.
Over the years, we conducted numerous experiments under close watch of the Empire. But even Georg couldn't succeed in encoding a living creature. Something very important, not found as a mere object, would be lost when a creature was encoded, and would be missing when the creature was reconstructed.
A soul?
It was then that Georg altered his approach yet again. Instead of encoding extracted Magna Essence, he began working on modifying an existing, working Magnus to create a living creature. Georg seemed totally engrossed in his work back then. He chose a base material and spent months modifying and improving it, slowly altering the Magnus properties. His experiment was successful. Several months later, a new life was created.
Yay, playing God!
You were the result, Callus.
That's impossible!
No, the witch lady said so.
I know this is difficult to believe, but you'll understand someday. Born from a Magnus, you were, how should I put it, excessively human.
I don't even know what excessively human means.
You had too many of the flaws present in human beings, and you were born with just one wing.
Interesting.
Gelderblame was unsatisfied with the results of that experiment. What he wanted was a pure, perfect life form. His intention was to study the madness of such a life form and to unlock the secret of eternal life.
I hate to break it to him, but he was so fat from overeating, he probably wouldn't have lived long anyway.
He would call this hypothetical life form the Divine Child.
Oh.
The Divine Child?
Since around that time, Gelderblame became obsessed with overcoming the limitations of human beings. Georg furthered his studies based on your Magnus, making improvements until several years later, another life was born, a child born of a true, living Magnus.
So you're trying to tell me that Fee, he was created too? But Codell, one of the witches, said she didn't feel any Magnus within me.
Your Magnus is quite different from those found in this world. Georg had drastically modified the original Magnus. Suppose you brought in a creature with blue blood instead of red, and asked someone to study its blood. Many would shake their heads and say, it's not possible, as the creature has no blood at all.
Those people would be retards. Seriously, just because it's a different color means absolutely nothing, especially since oxygenated blood can be red or, if it's not oxygenated, blue.
When people think of blood, they picture a red liquid. A blue liquid would not fit the description.
Yes, these people are retards.
They would need someone to point out to them that it's simply a matter of the creature's blood being blue. Until then, they would picture the creature as being bloodless.
Yes, that weird sticky gloopy stuff that's falling out and the animal dies, that's definitely not blood or some sort of form similar to such.
Even if the blood was right there, in front of their eyes, a similar thing could be said about your Magnus.
I think I get what you're trying to say.
Back to the subject. After Fee was born, Georg was a man redeemed. The time he spent with you and Fee may have stirred something within him that had been dormant for a long time. Or maybe there was something about Fee that brought about these changes in him. Eventually, 12 years ago, we decided to escape from the Empire.
Tell me, Larikush, what on earth have we done?
The impossible.
We succeeded in creating life from a Magnus. But for what purpose? Is it worth anything at all?
Probably not.
Or did we merely open a door leading to further sorrow and despair?
Georg, we have other things to think about right now. We need to make a decision. After all, we're their parents. It's our responsibility to do the right thing and protect them.
Callus has two daddies then. Awesome.
Right. You're absolutely right.
What do you want to do? Follow Gelderblame's orders and continue your research?
No, we must put an end to this. Callus and Fee can no longer be victims of his vile ambitions.
I understand. There's only one thing we can do then.
Blow everything up?
Yes. Let's destroy this lab with explosives so that no records or samples can be recovered.
Yep.
Nothing shall remain.
We'll feign our deaths in the explosion and leave the Empire in secret. We should head for Mira.
Why
That
Mira?
island is close to the dimensional boundary and periodically shifts between dimensions. Even if they find out we set up the explosion, being in Mira should buy us some time.
I guess.
The four of us will live in peace. You, I, Callus, and Fee.
Then why wasn't Larry Kush in Mira?
Shh! Someone's coming.
Giacomo!
I came to confirm tomorrow's schedule for the holomaton experiments. How is your analysis of its Magnus coming along?
No problems. It's going exactly as planned.
We need to account for fluctuations related to his growth patterns. We need more time, to be sure. I've told you this repeatedly.
So you need more time. How much? 5 more years? 10? At your current rate, it may well take forever.
What do you expect?
We need results, not excuses.
Dude, you have 2 living specimens created from Magnus, the first ever, and you're like, oh no, we're not gonna waste time.
The Emperor's patience has its limits.
If you found a new species out there, you would want to watch it carefully grow. You wouldn't want to just
Also, you have
go
orders
cut
to
it up and
dispose
go,
of
oh,
a
look.
defective sample tomorrow.
It has a lung! It has 2!
It's no longer of any use to us. No need to keep it alive.
Really. You're a terrible jerk.
Giacomo, how could you?
Quite easily. He's a jerk.
Georg! Don't!
Grr.
Giacomo, let me ask you. This experiment we're working on, the Emperor's plans, don't they bother you at all?
No. That was rude.
You, of all people, should know better. I'm not like you or my father. Thanks to your experiments, I now wield a power no mundane human could ever hope for.
Yet we have defeated you. Twice.
Besides, you started all this in the first place. Now is not the time for regrets. You will continue the experiment. I will see to that, I assure you. I myself can hardly wait. What this project will show us, where it will lead us. There's so much to look forward to.
The end Magnus turn you evil, dude? Seriously? Yay, fire! In, like... Oh, there. Good.
Emperor! The laboratory is in flames!
Funny how he just kind of walked up there instead of ran.
Everything went as planned. We managed to reach Mira under the guise of travelers. Maybe it was from the shock of the explosion. When you awoke, after escaping from the Empire, you'd lost memory of everything that had happened until then.
Oh yeah, I was gonna question that, why he doesn't remember the first 6 years of his life.
Fee was only 3 years old, so he didn't seem to remember much either.
He probably remembered everything. He was just too pure and innocent to say, I remember the horrible things you did to me.
Soon after, I left Mira and came to live here. I don't
Why?
know exactly what happened to you in Mira 2 years ago. Georg and I had lived separate lives. Imagine how surprised I was when seeing you brought to this village.
Giacomo died in the Imperial capital.
Is that so?
So, I was born of a Magnus.
Why do you look so sad? That's pretty darn cool, dude.
Georg created me? I can't believe that.
I'm not surprised. Take your time, boy. Let it sink in. Either way, you are yourself. That's what counts. How you were born is unimportant. It's the same for anybody. We don't choose to be born. We simply realize one day that we're here, that we exist. I have something for you.
Please tell me it's the next location.
Georg asked me to give it to you, should you need it one day. This must be the time.
A new sword?
Gramps left me something?
Yes. Way back then, when we had settled down in Mira, Georg told me he intended to leave something for you. I don't know what it is, but you'll find it in a cabin up in the Celestial Alps.
Heck yeah! Next area. Open.
The Celestial Alps?
Yes. there's a cabin near the mountaintop. Georg and I built it after we left the Empire.
A cabin in the Alps. He stashed it there, huh?
Yes. I suggest you go there and look for it.
I actually have absolutely no idea what it is. I just remember that's a new area, and I'm happy. Oh, 48 and 50. Yeah, pretty good.
Doctor, I need to ask you one last thing. Who gave me my name?
Why do you care?
The Emperor, Gelderblame. Hearing you were not the perfect being he had envisioned, he called you an ill omen, a cursed premonition of things to come. He named you Callus, which means raven in a long-lost language.
I think ravens are awesome. So there.
I see.
After we left the Empire, Jorg and I tried to give you a new name, but you would have none of it. Your name was the one thing you remembered.
I guess it was the reason for my existence. And my hatred. Something I just couldn't get rid of.
Come on, Callus. Raven's an awesome name. There's still a lot of good mythology on ravens, so ignore Gelderblame. Stop being sad.
Callus, are you okay?
Yes, we're fine. Let's go.
I'm fine. Would you all come with me to the Celestial Alps?
Yeah, we gotta go beat up monsters and, like, go and find something.
The doctor said Gramps left me something there.
Might be a new winglet, I don't know.
No problem. I don't
have
know what
absolutely
went on
no
in there
idea.
between you and the dog, but cheer up, kid.
Yes, we have so much left to do. We need you in high spirits.
Yeah, Callus, smile.
You're clear, Caius. The great wizard did.
Yeah, see? Everything's fine.
Focus your thoughts solely on this mission. You'll have plenty of time for reflection once it's over. Survival is priority one, right?
I would hope so.
Thanks. All of you.
Now let's go. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Let's go, everyone.
Doc suddenly appeared! Let's see. I'm not sure how to get a POW if these people won't give me one. I already have 2 horse thingies. Give me... Yes, thank you! No, I'm serious, take the freaking thing. Heck yeah. I guess we just had to wait for him to move into the other thing. Those things do not have hind legs. I won't question it. I think that's all the animals in Citadel suit, unless we do need a Bluebird of Happiness, because we got the Cloud Gull. We seem to have everything so far. And I think I've talked to everyone with the bracelet except for that jerk in the waterfall, who will not join us for some unknown reason. I'll have to really look up and find out what he wants, because he is not helping us. Such a meanie. I think that the game's going to automatically take us to the Alps, which is not what I want, so we're going to save here and see what happens next time. So, later folks.